What if I told you that going no contact is actually the weakest move you can make? Most men think that by cutting her off, by disappearing into the shadows, she'll come crawling back, desperate to fix what's broken. But let me ask you this. Have you ever seen a high-value man begging for attention? Have you ever seen a king sulking in silence, hoping someone notices his absence? Never. Because power is never in avoidance. It's in control. No contact is passive. It's silence wrapped in desperation. It's a strategy men use when they don't know how to truly shift the power dynamic. And let's be real. If she was willing to walk away, do you think ignoring her will suddenly make her rethink everything? She expects it. She's seen it before. But what she won't expect is your transformation. What she won't see coming is your complete and total evolution into someone she can't replace. You don't make her regret losing you by vanishing. You make her regret losing you by becoming untouchable, by becoming the man she thought she could leave behind, only to realize, too late, that she can't. Stay with me, because I'm about to show you exactly how to do it. Like this video, subscribe and comment below. Power is in control, not in silence. Now let's begin. Number 1. The Stoic Mindset. Mastering emotional control. Emotions are the enemy of power. The moment you let her see your pain, your longing, your frustration, you've lost. A weak man reacts, a strong man observes, and an unshakable man, he controls. This is where most men fail. They think strength is in pretending not to care, in cutting her off cold, but true power lies in something far greater: absolute emotional control. When she left, she expected a reaction, maybe anger, maybe sadness, maybe a desperate attempt to win her back. But what she never expected was indifference, not fake indifference, not some weak attempt at looking unbothered while secretly checking your phone every 5 minutes. True detachment, a level of self-mastery so strong that she starts to question if she ever had an impact on you at all. You see, women don't regret leaving a man who reacts. They regret leaving a man who doesn't need them, and that's the brutal truth most men don't understand. The moment she realizes you aren't chasing, you aren't pleading, you aren't even acknowledging the loss, her perception of you shifts. She expected to see you struggling. She expected to feel validated by your pain, but instead, she's met with silence, not the desperate kind, but the powerful kind, the kind that says, "I do not break." This is the core of Stoicism, not suppressing emotions, but mastering them, not pretending you don't care, but genuinely reaching a level where her absence means nothing, where your path remains unchanged, where your focus on your goals and self-improvement is unshaken. A stoic man does not lose himself over a temporary loss. He adapts, he rises, he redirects all that energy into himself. And this is where the psychological shift begins. She starts to wonder, did I ever matter to him at all? She replays the moments, the conversations, searching for signs that she had any real impact. And that's when the doubt creeps in. That's when she starts questioning if she made the right decision, not because you begged, not because you disappeared, but because you became something she never expected, completely untouchable. Understand this, your power is in your presence, not in your absence. No contact is weak because it assumes that ignoring her is enough. It's not. True power comes from mastering your emotions so deeply that you don't need to ignore her, because she is simply irrelevant. That's the kind of strength that makes a woman regret ever doubting you. Master yourself and you master the game. Like this video, subscribe and comment below. I am unshakable. Number 2, the dark psychology of reverse attraction. Attraction isn't about love, it's about power. And power is built on one thing: uncertainty. The moment a woman is sure she has you, she loses interest. But the second she starts questioning where she stands with you, she becomes obsessed. This is where most men go wrong. They think attraction is about proving their worth, showering her with attention, making it clear how much they care. But in reality, the more certain she is of your feelings, the less she values them. Human nature is wired to chase what feels just out of reach. The mind craves what it cannot fully grasp. This is why women are drawn to men who remain a mystery, men whose emotions aren't easily read, men who seem present yet distant, available yet unreachable. When she left, she expected to have all the power. She thought she could move on, that you'd be there waiting, predictable, easy to understand. But what if you weren't? What if, instead of no contact, instead of disappearing like every other man, you became something else entirely, an enigma? Imagine this. Instead of blocking her, you remain visible. Instead of reacting emotionally, you stay composed. But instead of being the same man she left, you evolve. Slowly, subtly, she starts to notice something different. Maybe it's through mutual friends, maybe through social media, or maybe in person. There's a shift. You're not the same. You're unreadable. She can't figure out whether you've moved on, whether you've changed, whether she still holds any influence over you at all. And that's when the doubt begins to creep in. Women don't regret losing a man who waits for them. They regret losing a man they miscalculated. And the easiest way to make her question everything: stop being predictable, change your patterns. If she expects you to disappear, don't. If she expects you to chase, don't. If she expects you to be broken, thrive. Make her feel that unsettling feeling of uncertainty. Make her wonder if she truly had you in the first place. This is the dark psychology of attraction. Never let her feel like she owns your mind. The more unpredictable, the more valuable you become in her eyes. And when that happens, she won't be able to stop thinking about you. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. I am the prize. Number 3. Rebuilding your value. Leveling up beyond recognition. The worst mistake a man can make after a breakup is standing still. If you remain the same man she left, you are proving to her that she made the right decision. But if you evolve, if you transform into something greater, you force her to question everything. This is where most men fail. They sit in their pain. They waste time overanalyzing, reminiscing, waiting for the moment she comes back. But the truth is, the moment you stop waiting is the moment you start winning. Right now, she believes she knows your value. She believes she's seen everything you have to offer. And that's the biggest mistake she's ever made. Because the man she left, he no longer exists. The most powerful thing you can do is become someone she never saw coming. Imagine this. Months pass, and she happens to check up on you, maybe through mutual friends, maybe on social media. But instead of seeing a man who's stagnant, who's stuck in the past, she sees something completely different. A man who looks sharper, more confident, a man whose life has leveled up so drastically that she almost doesn't recognize him. You see, regret doesn't come from missing someone. Regret comes from realizing you can never have them again. And that only happens when you rebuild yourself into something so powerful, so desirable, that she feels the loss on a deep level. It's not just about looking better, it's about shifting your entire presence, your mindset, your body, your ambitions. Everything she once knew about you must become outdated. This is the secret to making her regret. Not hoping, not waiting, but evolving. You don't want her back. You want to become the version of yourself that makes her question why she ever left. And the moment she realizes you've outgrown her, that's the moment she feels the real pain. Not of losing you, but of losing the chance to be with the man you've become. You don't chase, you outgrow. Like this video, subscribe and comment below. I outgrow, I don't chase. Number 4. The psychological power of social proof. Women don't want a man that no one desires. They want a man that others crave. This is why social proof is one of the most powerful weapons in your arsenal. If she believes you are in demand, if she sees that other women find you attractive, if she hears that you're leveling up in life, her perception of you instantly changes. Because in her mind, if other people see your value, she starts to wonder, did I overlook something? Right now she believes she had you figured out. She walked away thinking she made the right decision. But the second she sees you thriving, not alone, not desperate, but surrounded by attention, her confidence starts to crumble. And here's where most men fail. They isolate themselves. They go no contact, they disappear, and they hope she starts thinking about them. But that's weak, because the truth is, women don't regret losing a man who fades away. They regret losing a man who becomes desirable to others. You don't even need to say a word to her. You just need to be seen. Maybe it's through social media. Maybe it's through mutual friends. Maybe she just happens to run into you and notices that your energy is completely different. Your body language, the way you carry yourself, the effortless way you attract attention, it all sends one clear message. I am a man of value. And a high-value man is never alone for long. This is why you must elevate your presence, expand your social circle, connect with new people, be seen in places that exude status, confidence, and success. The more she sees that others recognize your worth, the more she questions whether she made a mistake, because deep down, no woman wants to feel like she gave up a man who became a prize to someone else. Stop being invisible. Make her see your value, without chasing, without begging, without saying a word. Like this video, subscribe and comment below. I attract effortlessly. Number 5. Strategic coldness. Not no contact, but indifference. No contact is predictable. She expects it. She assumes you'll either disappear completely or come crawling back. But what she doesn't expect is something far more powerful. Strategic coldness. Not silence, not avoidance, but a level of emotional indifference that makes her question everything. Most men go no contact hoping she'll miss them. But hope is weakness. A high-value man doesn't need to hope. He makes her feel his absence in a way that destroys her certainty. This isn't about ignoring her completely. It's about showing her, subtly but powerfully, that her presence or absence has no impact on your life. That when she left, she didn't hurt you, she freed you. Imagine this. She reaches out, maybe with a casual message, maybe with a subtle like on social media. Most men either ignore it completely or respond with excitement. Both are mistakes. Ignoring it tells her you're just playing a game. Responding enthusiastically tells her she still has control. Instead, you do something far more unsettling. You acknowledge, but with detachment. Your replies are short, confident, unbothered. You respond when you feel like it, never instantly. Your tone is calm, direct, and emotionally unreadable. You never ask how she's been, never give her the satisfaction of seeing you struggle. This cold, strategic indifference does something brutal to her psychology. It makes her doubt herself. She expected to feel in control. She expected you to be predictable. But now she's left wondering, why is he so unfazed? Did he ever care at all? And that's when her curiosity turns into frustration, and then into obsession. Indifference is far more powerful than no contact, because silence is expected. But a man who remains present, yet completely untouched by her, that's irresistible. Be unreadable. Be emotionally untouchable. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. I am untouchable. Number 6. The art of making her chase you. A woman only chases what she fears losing. The moment she believes she has you, she stops valuing you. But when you create scarcity, when you shift the dynamic so that she feels like she's the one being left behind, that's when the game changes. Most men make the mistake of either chasing too soon or pulling away too completely. Both are predictable. Both make it easy for her to categorize you, either as someone desperate for her attention or as someone bitter and distant. But the man who is hard to place, the one she can't quite figure out, that's the man she can't stop thinking about. So how do you make her chase? You control the rhythm of interaction. If she reaches out, you don't ignore her, but you don't prioritize her either. You respond on your time with confidence and emotional detachment. You give just enough to intrigue her, then you pull back. You drop a casual comment, a simple reply, but then you go silent again. This creates mental friction. She expected you to either chase or disappear, but now she's in a psychological limbo, questioning why she doesn't have your full attention. This works because it exploits a deep-rooted fear in human psychology, the fear of losing something valuable without closure. The more unpredictable you become, the more she needs validation from you. And the key here? Never give her full certainty. If she starts acting interested, don't reward it immediately. Keep the balance, keep the tension. You are no longer the one waiting. You are the one being pursued. And the longer you hold your frame, the stronger her desire becomes. This is the art of making her invest in you again. Make her feel like she is the one who needs to win you back. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. I am the hunter, not the hunted. Number 7. The power of walking away and meaning it. The strongest move a man can make isn't silence. It isn't pretending to be unbothered. It's walking away and meaning it. Not as a manipulation tactic, not as a test, but because you genuinely understand your worth. Because you know that no woman, no situation, no loss can shake a man who values himself above all else. Here's the brutal truth. Women are used to men who linger. They expect you to wait in the shadows, to be available the moment they change their mind. And that's exactly why they don't respect most men. But when you truly detach, when you walk away without hesitation, without a second glance, something terrifying happens in her mind. She realizes she miscalculated. You see, most men fake walking away. They cut contact, but secretly hope she reaches out. They say they've moved on, but still watch her every move. And women can sense this. They can feel when a man is still mentally and emotionally tied to them. But when you reach the point where you genuinely no longer care, that's when she feels it. Imagine this. She tries to test the waters, maybe with a casual message, a random like, an attempt to bait you into reacting. And instead of ignoring her, instead of responding excitedly, you do something far more powerful. You respond like a man who no longer seeks anything from her. Polite, short, completely indifferent. She was hoping for a sign that she still has influence over you. Instead, she feels something unfamiliar. A void where your attention used to be. This is the moment she begins to feel regret, not because she misses you, but because she realizes she has no control over you anymore. And that's when the power fully shifts, because the man who walks away and never looks back is the man who is always remembered. Never let a woman feel like she is the center of your world. Never let her believe that her absence is enough to break you. You are the prize, and the only people who deserve access to your energy are the ones who earn it. Walk away like a king, and she will never forget you. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. I walk away like a king. Number 8. The silent revenge. Winning without saying a word. The greatest revenge is not anger. It's not proving a point. It's not even getting her back. The greatest revenge is winning without her. No arguments, no explanations, no desperate attempts to make her see your worth. Just pure, undeniable success. Right now, she expects you to fade away. She assumes you'll move on quietly, maybe find someone new, maybe settle for an average life. But what she doesn't expect is to see you evolve into something so powerful, so untouchable, that it haunts her. She expects to forget you. But when she sees your success, when she realizes you became someone she can never replace, that's when the real pain begins. Imagine this. She's scrolling through social media one night, not even thinking about you, and suddenly, there you are, looking sharper than ever, in better shape, surrounded by people, maybe traveling, maybe building your empire. And for the first time, she feels something she never expected: envy. She expected you to be stagnant, to stay the same. But now she sees the man you've become, and a thought creeps into her mind. Did I make a mistake? This is why revenge is never about confrontation. It's never about proving her wrong. The second you try to show her what she lost, you've already lost. Because true power is in being so focused on yourself, so committed to your growth, that her opinion becomes irrelevant. She only regrets when she realizes she had access to something valuable and let it go. Success is silent. Evolution doesn't need validation. When you reach a level where her presence or absence no longer affects your journey, that's when she feels the weight of losing you. And by then, it's too late. Because the man she left behind no longer exists. He became something far greater. Your best revenge isn't words, it's transformation. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. My success speaks louder than words. Number 9. Be the man she can never replace. You don't win by getting her back. You don't win by making her jealous. You win by becoming a man so rare, so valuable, so irreplaceable that she spends the rest of her life searching for what she lost and never finds it. That's the real power. Not in revenge, not in proving a point, but in being the man she will never have again. Women don't regret losing just any man. They regret losing a man who stands above the rest, a man whose presence was a privilege, not a given. And here's where most men fail. They think being a good guy, being loyal, being loving is enough to make a woman stay. But loyalty without value is forgettable. Affection without self-respect is weak. If you want to be the man she never forgets, you must become the man she cannot replace. How do you do that? By becoming a man of purpose, a man so focused on his mission that no woman ever holds more power than his vision. By building a life so extraordinary that any woman who walks away from it feels the loss, not you. Because the truth is, a woman can replace attention, she can replace comfort, but she can never replace a man who is constantly evolving, constantly building, constantly rising. So let her go, let her wonder, let her feel the weight of losing you, not because you tried to make her, but because your absence is more powerful than your presence ever was. The ultimate power move isn't hoping she comes back. It's becoming so untouchable, so magnetic, so valuable that she has no choice but to regret. And you have no choice but to not care. You are the prize, and the moment you truly believe that is the moment you become irreplaceable. Like this video, subscribe, and comment below. I am irreplaceable. If you've made it this far, you already know the truth. No woman controls your value. No breakup defines your worth. The power has always been in your hands, not in chasing, not in hoping, not in trying to make her regret, but in becoming a man so focused, so evolved, so untouchable that her absence becomes meaningless. Everything I've shared with you isn't about revenge. It's not about games. It's about transforming into the man you were always meant to be. A man who never begs, never waits, and never looks back. Because the second you stop seeking validation from her or anyone, you unlock something unstoppable, true freedom. Now, the choice is yours. You can keep waiting, hoping, wondering, or you can rise. You can rebuild. You can step into the version of yourself that doesn't need her, doesn't miss her, and sure as hell doesn't chase her. And when you do, you won't even care if she regrets it, because by then, she won't even be relevant. If this video gave you value, if you're ready to claim your power, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning. Drop a comment below. I control my destiny. Now go. Build yourself. Become the man she will never find again. The world is yours.